Brandon Dodson was born in California on Naval Air Station Lemoore, the son of an officer and pilot in the Marine Corps.
I grew up on Marine Corps bases, so it was very familiar for me. Knew I wanted to be a Marine around my freshman year of high school. I did an ROTC program and just kind of fell in love with it. And then less than a year later, September 11th happened. And everybody was like, "Are you still gonna be in? Are you still gonna go east?" I'm like, yeah, nothing's gonna change. I'm definitely gonna still enlist. I joined January 21st, 2003. I started, at the PFC, the private level, and went up to Staff Sergeant and got to do all the things I wanted to do in the infantry.
Between Brandon's third and fourth deployment, he met and married Jasmine, a former Marine herself with whom he would have a baby boy, Indiana. His son was a year old when Brandon left on his fifth and final deployment to Afghanistan. 2 weeks before he was due to return home, he went on a patrol that would change his life.
We knew this little town was a little hotbed, so we anticipated a lot. When we got there, it was a ghost town because they can see and hear our vehicles from very, very far away, so they just said, "Oh, okay, so we'll just leave." But before they do, they go around, they twist all the little wires on their IEDs that they have in place, and all of a sudden that sucker's live, and it's invisible because it's been buried in the ground for a week instead of buried in the ground for 2 hours where you could see the fresh dirt. They're invisible, they're weathered, So that's what I stepped on. And some very, very good Marines take care of me. Definitely saved my life.
5 days later, Brandon was back in the United States at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. He awoke to find that he had lost both legs above the knee.
The first time opening my eyes, my whole family was there. That makes a huge difference. I came to grips with where my career ended. I was going to do 20 plus years. Not getting there, that's a hard one to really wrap your head around.
During his recovery, Brandon was visited by Cedric King, a soldier who had also lost his legs to an IED blast.
He said, "You're not going to believe me, but there's going to be a time," he said, "give it a year, and you're going to be like, my life is better off." And just before the year mark, I was like, yeah, I see what he's saying now. I look at the experiences I've gotten to do and people I've gotten to meet and places I've gotten to go. None of that would have happened if I would have not gotten injured.
After 2 years in a hospital, the Dodson family moved into base housing in California, where they found the challenges of everyday life to be overwhelming.
It's an accessible home because it's single story and there's a roll-in shower, but it's not easy for a wheelchair, or prosthetics. And it was like the biggest transition of our lives.
At the urging of Cedric King, himself a R.I.S.E. home recipient, Brandon applied for a specially adapted custom smart home, and it was my pleasure to deliver the news.
It was late at night and my phone rings and it was Gary. So we have him on speakerphone and you could hear Gary talking to whoever is on the set with him, like, "Hold on, I'll be right there." And he was like, "We would like you to be in the program." And we just screamed. We were just like, "Oh my God, this is not real life."
And to me, it's not just, oh yeah, it's a house and it's a bill for me, but it's like a giant weight lifted off your shoulders for me and my family.
With the proud support of independent community donations and our wonderful supporting sponsors, the Gary Sinise Foundation began construction on Brandon's specially adapted custom smart home in Vista, California. On May 3rd, 2018, the home was completed and the Dodson family moved in.
We'd like to officially present you with the iPad that controls your house.
It's unreal to think that this is it, this is our forever home. Indy's gonna grow up here, he's gonna have all his friends here, and one day his kids are gonna be here. Just seeing Indy so excited, for his room, and I was just like, oh my God, this is just unreal.
And that's the best. With all the Star Wars stuff, he's in heaven. He's sold. I'm most excited about that bathroom.
Oh my God.
I'm ready to not sit on a foam fold down thing and not have a shower curtain right here that lets water out. At no point will any of my leg be sticking off, and it's heated. Living life in a chair without legs in this house, it's gonna be just normal.
Brandon's gonna be able to do a lot more for himself. Reach whatever in the microwave because it's at wheelchair height. You can just turn lights on, open the shades, do whatever, and he'll be able to get into Indy's room and help him get dressed, help him bathe, you know.
That's the reason this foundation is here, is to make life easier for, you know, those in need, and it's a big deal. Very excited about it.
Today, Brandon, Jasmine, and Indy look forward to hosting family and friends at their home. At the Gary Sinise Foundation, we serve our nation by honoring our defenders, first responders, their families, and those in need. To learn more about the Gary Sinise Foundation and how you can support other veterans like Brandon Dodson, visit GarySiniseFoundation.org.